I like that. I like that because I think it certainly counters against this sort of epidemic of hard work ethic that I think our culture is infected by. Nothing wrong with, that, wonderful feeling of, oh, I'm loving this and I'm pouring my whole self into it and I'm enjoying my work. But I'm talking about that sort of martyrdom, you've got to suffer to gain sort of thing, which actually, if you trace it, I'm not quite sure of my history here, but I think it goes back to, again, a historical thing where I think it was Calvinism perhaps, where there was a sort of cultural change in religion, and people were told by the priests and the ministers and the vicars that either you were going to go to hell or you were going to go to heaven, and so you were either part of the elect, not quite sure what defined you as the elect, or you were not, in which case you were damned to hell. Now, the only way you could tell in this earth if you were going to be one of the elect was if you were rewarded materially in this life, as though it was a sort of indication of your sort of saintliness. So there became this sort of need to prove that you were one of the elect by having, by doing well materially. And therefore, I think the whole hard work ethic came out because people started to work hard to get more money, or more whatever it was they had, land or crops or whatever it was. Haven't quite got that history right, I realise that, but it's just a sort of indication that a whole culture can emerge from an idea about what's morally right or wrong, and then people, it's so widespread in our cultures that we don't even know we've got it. People don't realise that, yeah, it's great to enjoy your work, but actually you don't have to be a slave and a martyr, and you don't have to prove yourself by punishing yourself. And I think that's something else that one day I will write about the importance of downtime, about there are cultures in this world right now where people relax and they go with the flow and they do what their bodies suggest they do, and they live perhaps much simpler lives, so it's easier to do that. But we've got ourselves in quite a sort of complex, sort of driven way of being in this society, in the modern West. Anyway, it's certainly not like that here in the wild field, and that's one of the things I've been really, really enjoying, is having a much simpler life and being able to follow and honour the kind of natural rhythms, or whether that's when I eat, and when I sleep, and when I rest, and when I work. I feel so much closer to the moon cycles. It was a full moon last night, and the stars and the sun and the rain. It's raining just now, and somehow being closer to that, seeing the animals, watching the berries growing on the bushes, and it kind of makes me feel I'm more truly who I am, and I'm happier. I'm happier because I'm honouring the impulses to sleep or rest or work or run around or whatever I feel like doing. And I realise, yeah, it's taken a lot to create that sort of environment for myself so that I can do it. But I've done it, and I'm really reaping the benefits.